Hello and welcome back. In the last video we have talked about our two different tabs. Now we have to import all of them together. So go to your tabs and user tab. We need to add one more thing in here, which is use state. Okay, go inside user tab, cost, which is our state, and give active tab. We have talked about this inside previous video. What are use states in our function components and how they work. Okay, so use state props dot children and dot props dot index there, and where these props are coming inside user. Okay, so we need to check if props dot children is exist or at 0th index, by the way, or if it is 0. So we need to check at 0th index which props it's displaying. If we go in here, okay, so we need to check. Now we are on my others, okay, and this is count 0 and my others with 1th and 0th positions. So we need to check the current position of our tab, okay, in order to give this an update. So go in here and give it cost, and on click tab item we need to check index and set active tab with index. Okay, now I hope you can understand we are getting index. Whenever we click on different tabs, this index value will be given to on click tab event. Okay, inside here give it class name, and remove this, create another div. Oops, okay, and class name is user tab nav, and inside here create UL and have a class name user tab menu, and inside it create li. Okay, so in li we have class name. Okay, the class name is dependent. So if we go in here, whenever we click on my others, this my others background should be displayed as white. Whenever we click on account, that should be changed. So go back. I'm going to speed up, stay with me. I'm going to explain this. Okay, inside class name, so we are getting, as you know, props, and we are getting this index, and these are child from this view account. This all of those components are childs, and whenever we click on view account, okay, so these childs will be given to this further components, this user tab. Okay, so this is the UI user tab item, and now in here I want to write a condition. If child props item index is equals to tab active, then give it user tab active, in which we have changed the background with white. Otherwise give nothing. Otherwise it will be user tab item, which has a background with simple. Okay, and then we have to pass the key value, key child dot props dot label. Okay, so what happens when we click on a tab on click event? Okay, so then on click tab item should be called, and we should pass child dot props dot index. We have to give the index of that particular tab which is being called. Okay, so one more thing, account and my accounts are just labels, so we need to give labels child dot props dot label. Okay, now it's time to give and solve your confusions. Okay, we need to access this child. Okay, this is the argument. If we go in here, okay, so we need, in order to check this particular index, props dot children dot map and give the child. Okay, and this is going to be arrow function. Okay, and we have to access this li in here, so we just give parenthesis. Okay, so we need to pass this whole li inside this. Okay, and if we give it tab, okay, now we are accessing the children by mapping, and remember we have two different children's, account and my orders, and then we are accessing this child and we are giving the props index, and we are checking if it's active, then give it this, otherwise give user tab item and give child props dot label, and on click event we are going to activate that child, that particular tab. Okay, so then just after this UL, create another div, class name, user tab content, and inside this div give props dot children dot map, give it child, and this is going to be arrow function. Okay, inside here check if child dot props dot index is not equals to active tab, then just return undefined, otherwise return child dot props dot children. Okay, our user tab has been completed. Okay, save this file and now go to your user account, in which we are going to add all of those inside one file. And now remember, in here if we're going to check, we have two different tabs, user account and user orders. All of those are going to be indexed inside a user tab, and then inside user account we are going to add all of them. Okay, let's have a quick break and then we will talk updating this user account.